Final alert, the voice is trembling through the heavens, and the angels are moving quickly, because Archangel Michael is not whispering, he is not speaking gently, he is screaming with all the power of heaven, and the earth itself shakes as his cry goes forth. You are about to lose the hand of God if you keep delaying, if you keep hesitating, if you keep ignoring what is being placed directly in front of you. The clock of heaven is not silent, it is counting down, and the sound of it is thunderous in the spiritual realm. 5 minutes remain, and within those 5 minutes your name could either be etched forever in light, preserved in eternal favor, or erased by the hand of heaven itself if you continue to turn your heart away. Do not let the scroll of heaven close with your miracle unsealed. Do not let the angels roll back what was written for you before you were even born. The Spirit of God is shouting, and Michael is crying, and the fire of heaven is trembling at your doorway. Open this now, because the window is closing and the light is demanding your attention. God says you have been chosen, handpicked, and marked, and the miracle that has been placed in your atmosphere is not something that happens every day. This is not ordinary, this is not casual, this is the rarest moment of divine timing that heaven has aligned specifically for you. You cannot afford to be distracted in this moment. Every distraction is a thief, every delay is a robber, and every hesitation is a danger. That is why Michael is screaming. That is why heaven's voice is sharp. That is why the countdown is real. 5 minutes is not symbolic, 5 minutes is a spiritual reality, a divine measurement of urgency. If you do not open your heart now, the eraser of heaven moves, and your name that shines right now in golden letters could vanish into smoke, leaving you with the unbearable ache of missed destiny. The Spirit says you have cried, you have prayed, you have begged for breakthrough, you have asked night after night, God, when will it happen? God, when will you show me? God, when will the doors open? God, when will the betrayal end? God, when will I see the fruit of my tears? And heaven has been preparing this exact moment as the answer. Your tears were not wasted, they watered the soil of your miracle. Your waiting was not empty, it prepared the exact place for this blessing to land. But now the door is here, and it must be opened. You cannot look at it, admire it, and walk away. You must step through. That is why Michael's voice is thunderous. That is why the atmosphere is trembling. Because heaven knows that hesitation has cost you before. Heaven knows that fear has stolen your blessings before. Heaven knows that doubt has whispered lies to you before, saying, maybe it's not real, maybe it's not for me, maybe I'm not worthy. But God says those were the words of darkness. This is real. This is for you. You are worthy. And the evidence is that Michael himself has descended with urgency to shout your name. Do not underestimate what it means that Michael is screaming. Michael does not raise his voice in vain. Michael does not cry unless heaven is at the edge of warfare. He is the defender, the warrior of God's army, the one who fights when battles are raging in the unseen. If he is screaming, it means your name is being fought for right now. It means the forces of darkness have tried to erase it. It means the enemy has tried to tamper with the scroll. It means someone has tried to whisper against you, accuse you, and stand before heaven to say you do not deserve what is written. But Michael has stood up in defense, holding the sword of fire, declaring that no one has the authority to erase what God has already decreed. Still, the danger is not gone, because your choice is the seal. Your response is the weapon. If you open now, the hand of God is secured on you, your name shines brighter, your miracle is locked in. If you do not, the scroll closes unfinished, and what was yours dissolves into the hands of another. God says this is not a game. This is not a light message. This is not a gentle suggestion. This is a final alert. Heaven does not speak this way often. Heaven only shouts with this intensity when everything is on the line. Tonight, right now, in this very breath, the angels are holding a pen of fire over your name. The ink of eternity is dripping. The eraser is in motion. The Spirit is moving. And you must decide. Will you open? Will you believe? Will you step in? You know in your heart that this is not the first time heaven has called you. You know in your spirit that you have heard whispers before. You have felt the nudges, the quiet pulls, the subtle signs. But this time it is not a whisper. This time it is not a nudge. This time it is not subtle. This time it is screaming. Because heaven cannot let you miss this again. You missed it before because of fear. You missed it before because of distraction. You missed it before because you listened to other voices louder than God's. But this time heaven is silencing all the other voices. This time Michael himself is screaming above the noise. This time the angels are circling, removing every distraction. This time heaven is pushing everything aside to give you clarity. That is why this message is burning in your hands. That is why your heart is pounding as you hear this. Because heaven is not giving you a chance to say, I didn't know. I didn't hear. I didn't understand. No. You know. You hear. You understand. And you must act. The hand of God is your covering. To lose it is not just to lose protection, it is to lose light, it is to lose favor, it is to lose the golden shield that has preserved you from battles you didn't even know were raging. You are alive today because of that hand. You are breathing because of that hand. You are still standing despite everything that was thrown at you because of that hand. The enemy tried to destroy you, but he could not because that hand covered you. People plotted against you, but their plots failed because that hand shielded you. Accidents, betrayals, sicknesses, heartbreaks, none of them swallowed you because that hand was holding you. Imagine losing it. Imagine the darkness swallowing without resistance. That is why Michael is screaming. That is why heaven is urgent. That is why you must open this now. God says you are safe as long as you stay under His hand. Nothing will go wrong with you, as long as you do not walk away from the covering. But your fear, your delay, your hesitation, that is how the enemy tries to pull you away. Do not walk away. Do not let go. Do not let the eraser move. You are at the edge of a miracle so vast, so powerful, that it will rewrite your life. A miracle so sudden, so supernatural, that it will silence every voice that doubted you. This miracle is not ordinary provision, it is not small breakthrough, it is not partial healing. This is total transformation, total redemption, total lifting. The kind of miracle that generations talk about. The kind of miracle that marks you forever as God's chosen. And it is here. It is waiting for your yes. It is waiting for your opening. It is waiting for your hand to grasp it. Do you feel the trembling? That is not imagination. That is heaven shaking the earth for you. Do you feel the urgency? That is not panic. That is the Spirit pulling you into alignment. Do you feel the burning in your heart right now? That is not anxiety. That is the fire of the Holy Spirit igniting you to move. You must not ignore it. You must not silence it. You must not brush it off. That fire is the sign that heaven is touching you directly. It is the sign that your name is glowing on the scroll. It is the sign that Michael's cry has reached your ears because you are chosen to hear it. Even now, as you listen, angels are surrounding you. They are watching to see what you will do. They are holding the miracle in their hands, and they are waiting for your response. Will you take it, or will you let them turn away with it? Heaven is watching. The countdown is real. The final alert is here. You are out of time for hesitation. 5 minutes. Now 4. The window is closing. God says trust Him. Pray to Him. Hold on to Him. You are safe as long as you believe, as long as you act, as long as you refuse to let fear win this battle. Fear has stolen too much from you already. Doubt has robbed you too many times. But not this time. Not tonight. Tonight you step in. Tonight you open. Tonight you secure your name forever. Final alert, a cry louder than thunder is echoing through the heavens right now, and the voice of Archangel Michael trembles with fire because he sees what is at stake in your life. His wings blaze with light and yet his heart is heavy, because he is screaming your name into eternity, shouting so loudly that all of heaven shakes, warning that you are about to lose God's hand if you do not awaken. Time is collapsing into seconds, and 5 minutes are all that remain before heaven closes the book, before the ink of your name risks being erased from the scroll that carries the promise, the blessing, the miracle written only for you. Do not ignore this, do not scroll past this, do not harden your heart, because this moment is not ordinary. This is not just another word, this is the voice of God rushing into your soul with the urgency of lightning, with the sound of a trumpet that shakes the atmosphere. Open your spirit, because the final alert has come for you. The heavens are watching, the angels are trembling, and God Himself is leaning down with His hand stretched out toward you, but Archangel Michael cries, "Do not let this hand slip away. Do not let the divine covering be removed." He sees the danger, He sees the plots, He sees the moment when the enemy tried to write over your destiny. For too long, forces have been moving in silence, trying to steal your inheritance, your love, your miracle, your breakthrough. For too long, your tears have been counted, falling on the earth like rain that no one noticed, but every drop has been recorded in the books of heaven. And now heaven's bookkeeper has turned to the page where your name glows like fire. But there is a trembling. Because when God's hand lifts, when His covering shifts, everything changes. And Archangel Michael is screaming so loudly, 5 minutes left, open this now, because heaven does not wait forever. Imagine the scene unfolding above you right now. Archangel Michael, the mighty warrior, stands with a sword of light raised high, pointing toward you. Around him are thousands upon thousands of angels, their voices united, crying out for your destiny. And yet Michael's cry is desperate, louder than theirs all, because he knows that heaven's clock is ticking down. 5 minutes left. Heaven's eraser hovers above the scroll where your name is written, and if you close your eyes, if you harden your heart, if you let this moment slip past, you risk losing what was marked for you before the foundations of the earth. But listen, God is merciful, God is patient, God is love. That is why this message has been sent to you in this exact moment, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but now. Because the final alert is now. The very breath you take as you read these words is proof that heaven still waits for you to respond. Every second is an open door. Every heartbeat is another chance, but each tick of the clock is a warning that the window is closing. You cannot afford to say, later. You cannot afford to say, I will open when I feel ready. Heaven is crying, now. Do you understand what it means for God's hand to be upon you? It is His hand that shielded you when you should have been destroyed. It is His hand that held you when no one else cared. It is His hand that provided when you had nothing. It is His hand that kept you breathing when the enemy tried to suffocate your soul. But Archangel Michael says the hand is slipping because you have been distracted, because the whispers of the enemy made you delay, because doubt clouded your faith, because you almost forgot how much heaven is invested in you. This is why Michael is not whispering, he is screaming. because he knows you are in danger of letting the most precious treasure be stolen right before your eyes. The final alert is not a punishment, it is a rescue. It is God Himself shaking you awake because He refuses to let you die without knowing how deeply He has loved you. Archangel Michael does not scream because he is angry, he screams because he is desperate. He loves you with the love of a protector, and he has guarded you more times than you realize. Nights when you thought you were alone, when shadows pressed into your room, when fear paralyzed your heart, Michael stood at your door with his sword drawn, fighting off what you could not see. And now he screams because your destiny itself is at the edge of being erased, and he cannot bear to see you walk away from the miracle that was prepared for you. The 5 minutes are not symbolic, they are real in the spirit. Heaven has opened a window, but heaven's windows are not open forever. When God decrees a time, it is holy. You are standing on holy ground right now, because you are standing inside the countdown of heaven's clock. And the numbers are falling away, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Your spirit is trembling because it feels the urgency. You cannot ignore it. You cannot silence it. You cannot bury it under excuses. This is the voice of God calling you by name. Do you remember the promises whispered to you long ago? Do you remember the prayers you cried when no one else heard? Do you remember asking heaven for a sign, for a miracle, for proof that God had not forgotten you? This is that proof. This is that sign. This is that miracle. That is why Michael screams now, because if you miss this, you will think God abandoned you, when the truth is that you abandoned the moment God sent. Heaven is fair. Heaven is just. Heaven will never erase your name unless you turn your back and walk away. But heaven will also never force your hand to open. You must open this now. Feel the shaking in your heart. That is not fear, that is the weight of heaven pressing on you. That is eternity leaning into time to reach you. That is God's Spirit whispering, "Don't delay." The scroll of destiny is before you, the ink of your name is glowing, but heaven's eraser waits. The choice is yours, to open now and seal your miracle forever, or to delay and watch the ink fade away. Archangel Michael has seen what happens when people delay. He has seen souls lose blessings because they hesitated. He has seen names fade from scrolls because pride closed hearts. He has seen tears fall too late, when heaven had already moved on. That is why he screams, that is why he is relentless, that is why he will not stop shaking the heavens until you awaken. Because he knows your miracle is too important, your calling too powerful, your inheritance too great to let slip into nothingness. This is not a general message, this is for you. Your name is being spoken in heaven's courts right now. Angels are holding your scroll before the throne of God, and light is shining upon it. But the clock is ticking. Every second heaven asks, will they open now? If you could hear what heaven hears, you would fall to your knees. You would hear the pounding of heaven's drums counting down the minutes. You would hear the sobbing of angels who cannot bear to lose another soul to delay. You would hear the roar of Michael's voice shaking the sky, crying out for you. And you would hear God's whisper, softer than all of it, but stronger than eternity itself, "My child, I do not want to erase your name. I want to seal it forever in the book of life. Open now. The power of choice is in your hands. Heaven has already done its part. The angels have fought, Michael has screamed, God has stretched his hand. The only question is whether you will open now. Do not gamble with 5 minutes. Do not play with seconds. Because when heaven decrees a final alert, it means there is no other alert after this one. Archangel Michael is not just screaming, he is weeping. He is shaking with love for you. He cannot bear the thought of you missing what heaven prepared. His sword of light is blazing, but his heart is breaking, because he sees both possibilities. He sees you open now and inherit everything. He sees you ignore now and lose it all. That is why his cry is desperate, open now. The atmosphere around you is not ordinary right now. If you pause, if you breathe, you can feel it, the charge in the air, the trembling in your chest, the sensation that time itself is bending. That is heaven drawing near. That is the Spirit pressing on you. That is God knocking one last time before the door shuts. 5 minutes. 4 minutes. 3 minutes. This is the countdown of destiny. This is the weight of eternity pressing on you. This is the final alert. Heaven has written your name in fire, but fire can be extinguished if ignored. Do not let your flame be blown out. Do not let your scroll be erased. Do not let your destiny be stolen by hesitation. The angels are leaning over the edge of heaven, watching you right now. Archangel Michael's voice echoes through eternity, shaking every corner of creation. And God's hand still reaches toward you. But only you can decide to grasp it. Only you can decide to open now. Only you can stop heaven's eraser from touching your name. Final alert. Archangel Michael screams. God's hand waits. 5 minutes left. The scroll is before you. The ink of your name glows. Open this now, before heaven erases your name. Final alert. Archangel Michael is screaming with a voice that shakes the heavens, piercing through every barrier, reaching your soul in ways you cannot ignore. God Himself is looking at you with eyes filled with both mercy and urgency, His hand extended toward you, ready to embrace you, protect you, and guide you, but only if you act now. 5 minutes are left, and time is collapsing faster than you realize. The weight of heaven presses upon your heart. Do not let your hesitation steal this divine connection. Open this immediately, because the very name written in the book of life can be erased if you fail to respond. Do not delay, for God is waiting, the angels are waiting, and your destiny is hanging by a thread. The urgency you feel is not a coincidence. It is God speaking directly to your soul. Every second you hesitate, the forces of darkness whisper, trying to make you doubt, trying to make you look away. But Archangel Michael is there, sword drawn, wings spread, a roaring blaze of divine authority, declaring that you must not ignore this moment. He is not simply asking, he is commanding, insisting, demanding that you respond to this call with all your heart. Heaven itself quivers as this moment approaches, for the alignment of divine forces is perfect, yet fragile. In these next moments, understand that what is coming is not ordinary. It is extraordinary, a miracle that defies logic, a revelation that will transform your entire existence. God has prepared this for you, not for someone else, not for the world around you, but solely for you. Your name is etched in the heavenly scroll, glittering like stars in a cosmic tapestry, and every heartbeat you take now matters. Every thought, every prayer, every flicker of attention directs the course of this sacred intervention. Feel the presence of Archangel Michael beside you. Hear his wings flutter with divine energy. Hear the shouts that resonate like thunder across the firmament. He is shouting because the danger is real. He is shouting because the timing is precise. He is shouting because, if you fail to act, the hand of God may withdraw, and the consequences. God says, "My beloved child, this is not a moment to delay." Archangel Michael is screaming across the heavens, shaking the very air around you, warning you that time is almost gone. 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes remain before the hand of heaven withdraws, before the divine protection that has been over you your entire life begins to shift. I am telling you now, do not ignore this. Do not scroll past. Do not hesitate. Open your heart fully to my message, for your soul, your destiny, and the very essence of your future are hanging in the balance. Do you feel the sudden weight in your chest? That trembling you cannot explain? That is Michael, my archangel, standing next to you, his wings outstretched, his voice like the roar of the seas, his sword glowing with holy fire. He is not here to scare you, beloved. He is here to protect you. He is here to guide you. And yet, he is frustrated because so many times, you have delayed, you have doubted, you have thought that these messages were ordinary or trivial. Today, this is no ordinary message. This is a divine alert. This is your life, your path, your soul at a tipping point. Listen carefully. You are about to lose the touch of my hand. You are about to feel the absence of my guidance, the silence of my voice, if you fail to respond in these precious 5 minutes. Do you realize what losing my hand means? It is not merely that life will feel more difficult, though it will. It is that the clarity you have carried within your heart will vanish. The opportunities you were meant to receive, the protection you have always had, the favor that has surrounded you, these will begin to dissipate. Your name, which I have written in the book of life, will not be erased in eternity, but the immediacy of heaven's grace that touches every day of your life could be withdrawn. Do not let doubt interfere. Do not let fear paralyze you. I am calling to you because I love you. I am calling to you because you have been faithful in ways you cannot even see. I am calling to you because your purpose is far greater than the trials you face. But time, my child, is fleeting. Michael stands at your doorway of destiny, his face radiant with holy fire, and he is commanding you, open it now. Do not delay. Your life depends on your obedience. Can you feel it? The energy that surrounds you, the vibration in your chest, the stirring of something holy and unseen? That is not your imagination. That is Michael, that is heaven itself, drawing near. He sees everything. He knows everything. And yet, even with all the knowledge of heaven at his command, he cannot act fully without your participation. Your faith, your trust, your decision to open this message, to align yourself with me right now, it is the key that unlocks what is coming. Do not be distracted by the world, my beloved. Do not allow the noise of human life, the chatter of worries, the pull of earthly desires to cloud this moment. 5 minutes. That is all. 5 minutes for you to respond, to step fully into my plan, to receive the blessings, the protection, the miracles I am ready to pour into your life. Do you understand? Every second is precious. Every second counts. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. I see the doubts in your mind. I know the questions that rise like shadows. Is this real? Can I trust this? Am I worthy? Listen carefully. I, the Lord, who created the heavens, the earth, the stars, and every heartbeat, say to you, you are worthy. You are chosen. You are beloved. There is no trial, no sin, no mistake that can separate you from my call if you respond with your heart open, if you trust without hesitation. Michael cries with urgency because he has seen what lies ahead if you fail to act. He sees the dangers, the unseen traps, the moments of deception and misfortune that have been lurking at the edges of your life. He is here to shield you, to guide you, to wield his divine sword in your defense, but even he cannot fully intervene unless you obey the call of heaven. Obedience, beloved child, is not mere submission, it is an act of love, an act of faith, a declaration that you trust me fully, even when the world tempts you to doubt. Do you feel your pulse quickening? That sudden awareness of urgency? That is heaven calling directly into the rhythm of your life. You may not see the angels with your physical eyes, but they surround you. They protect you. They intervene on your behalf. And Michael, the Archangel of courage, of protection, of divine war, is standing right beside you, screaming across the skies, shaking the unseen realms, demanding that you respond before it is too late. I want you to know that nothing will go wrong with you. I have been with you all your life. I have walked beside you in every trial, every struggle, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt. And I am still here. But the urgency now is greater than ever because the moment you hesitate, the moment you ignore this call, the potential blessings waiting for you could pass without your notice. 5 minutes. That is all. The clock is ticking. Take a deep breath. Feel the presence of my spirit within you. I am the God who never leaves, who never fails, who never forgets. And yet, my love requires your attention. My power requires your response. My blessings require your obedience. This is not a test of your intellect. This is a test of your heart. Will you trust me fully, without question, without delay, without fear? The answer must be yes, and it must be now. I see you, my beloved, hesitating. I see the conflict in your mind, the flurry of thoughts, the reasons you try to tell yourself to wait, to postpone, to ignore. Michael roars, "No! Now is the time. Stop delaying. This is life or death for your blessings." And he is right. For even in physical life, opportunities, protection, and divine timing are delicate. They are threads in a tapestry, and if you fail to reach for them at the appointed hour, they may be redirected, shifted, or delayed. Do not be afraid of what comes next. Do not fear the suddenness of the call. I am with you. My angels are with you. Michael is at your side, his sword ready, his wings ready, his heart urgent with divine purpose. You are safe. You are protected. You are loved beyond comprehension. But you must act. You must respond. You must open this message and let it wash over you, let it penetrate every corner of your soul, let it realign your spirit with the divine will that has always intended greatness, joy, and abundance for you. Your name, written in the book of life, has never been forgotten. The prayers whispered in darkness, the tears shed in secret, the acts of kindness that seemed unnoticed, they are all known to me. And yet, my child, do not mistake my patience for limitless time. This moment is extraordinary. This moment is sacred. 5 minutes. That is all that remains for you to embrace the fullness of what is coming. Do not delay any longer. Close your eyes if you need to, take a breath, and open your heart. Let Michael's presence fill you. Let my spirit flow through you. Let the divine urgency of heaven ignite within your soul a fire of faith that cannot be quenched. 5 minutes is all it takes for your life to shift, for the blessings to begin flowing, for the protection to solidify, for the miracles to manifest. I am calling you now because I love you. I am calling you because the path ahead is illuminated, but only if you take the step. The door is open. The invitation is extended. The angels are waiting. The sword of Michael is raised in defense of your destiny, but you must say yes. You must choose faith over fear. You must reach for the hand I am holding out to you, the hand that has never let go, that has never faltered, that has never abandoned you. The urgency is real. The warning is urgent. The love is infinite. Open it now. Open it with trust, with surrender, with belief, with the knowledge that nothing, nothing, can separate you from my love if you act in this divine moment. 5 minutes. That is all that separates hesitation from the embrace of heaven, delay from the fulfillment of your purpose, doubt from the manifestation of your blessings. Do not waste another breath doubting. Do not allow another second to slip away. Feel Michael's presence. Hear his voice. Trust my word. Act immediately. For once these 5 minutes pass, the urgency may shift, the timing may change, and the fullness of what is waiting for you may be delayed. I am God, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I know what you need, when you need it, and how to deliver it. But I also honor the free will I have placed within you. Your choice matters. Your decision matters. Your faith matters. Take the next step. Trust me fully. Open this message. Let it fill your heart. Let it awaken your spirit. Let it align your soul with the blessings, the protection, the miracles, the favor, and the destiny I have prepared for you. Michael is at your side. Heaven is watching. Your future is in the balance. 5 minutes remain. Open it now. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. Do not doubt. Open it now and feel my presence, the presence of Michael, the presence of heaven itself, flood into your life. God says, listen closely, because this message is not ordinary. This is a direct call from heaven, specifically for you. Archangel Michael is screaming with urgency, with his wings stretched wide over your life, with his sword raised, ready to protect you, but he is shouting now because time is slipping away. You are about to lose God's hand if you do not open this immediately. Do not ignore it. Do not scroll past it. Do not think this is just another message. Heaven itself is on alert. 5 minutes, 5 minutes is all that remains. If you hesitate, if you pause, if you delay, your name may be erased from heaven's records. Open it now. Open it immediately. God will be with you. Hear this truth, nothing will go wrong with you if you trust. Nothing will harm you if you place your heart in God's hands. The world is spinning fast, and there are forces around you that you cannot see, forces that have tried to pull you away from your destiny, forces that have whispered lies into your mind, planted fear in your heart, created doubt, delayed blessings that were already promised to you. But God is greater than all these forces. Archangel Michael, the chief of heaven's armies, stands by your side. He cannot intervene fully unless you act right now. You might feel fear reading this. Your heart may pound, your hands may shake. That is natural. The enemy wants to make you freeze. The enemy wants you to ignore this divine warning. But hear me clearly, your safety is guaranteed if you open this message with faith. You do not need to understand all the details now. You do not need to question how God will move. You simply need to trust, and you need to act. 5 minutes. The clock is ticking. God says, there is a hand extended toward you, a hand filled with blessing, filled with mercy, filled with revelation. That hand is your lifeline, but it requires your response. You must reach out and take it. If you hesitate, the hand will withdraw. Heaven does not force itself upon anyone, it waits for you to make the choice. Do you choose God, or do you allow fear, distraction, or disbelief to block your path? The choice is yours, but time is running out. Archangel Michael screams because he sees what you cannot. He sees the chains that have been silently wrapped around your life, the threats that have been whispered behind closed doors, the lies that were told to derail your destiny. He sees the moment when your name is at risk of being erased from heaven's memory. He sees the critical juncture that has arrived, the final moments when intervention is still possible. But 5 minutes from now, if you hesitate, you may miss the chance that God has prepared for you since the beginning of time. You are safe. Let that sink in. No matter the fear, no matter the shock, no matter the betrayal or loss you have suffered, God's protection surrounds you. You are shielded by divine light, by heavenly armies, by Archangel Michael himself. But you must trust. You must pray. You must respond. Safety is not passive, it is active. You must reach toward the hand God has extended. Right now, the air around you is charged with unseen energy. Angels are moving, and there is a stirring in the spiritual realm. Doors that have been closed for years are beginning to open. Secrets that have been hidden are starting to reveal themselves. Opportunities that were blocked are shifting, and blessings that were delayed are racing toward you. But all of this requires one thing: your immediate response. Open this. Read this. Accept this. Believe this. 5 minutes remain. Do not waste a single second. There is someone, or something, that has tried to stop your destiny. Perhaps it is a person who has betrayed you, a friend who has hidden truths, a family member who has been dishonest, or even circumstances that have felt impossible. God sees everything. God knows every detail. And God is acting on your behalf right now. Archangel Michael is in position, but you are the one who must act. Your decision to open this message fully, your decision to respond to the call of heaven, is what will allow the divine plan to move forward. Listen carefully. When God calls, you cannot ignore it. Every delay is a lost opportunity. Every second wasted allows the enemy to gain a small foothold. But even now, even in these final 5 minutes, there is still hope. There is still a chance to secure your position in heaven's plan. There is still time to take hold of the blessings that have been waiting for you. Do not let this moment pass. God says, do not be afraid of what you may discover. Do not fear the revelations that are coming. Some truths may shock you. Some revelations may make your heart pound with disbelief. Some messages may challenge everything you thought you knew. But every single word, every single moment, every single vision is for your ultimate good. Heaven does not reveal truths to harm you. Heaven reveals truths to protect you, to guide you, to ensure that you are aligned with the divine purpose for which you were created. Archangel Michael is screaming with urgency, because he knows that inaction could have eternal consequences. 5 minutes remain. Heaven itself is holding its breath. Angels are poised. Divine intervention is ready. Miracles are prepared. But the key is your response. Your faith. Your willingness to act without hesitation. This is your moment. Do not doubt. Do not hesitate. Do not question the urgency. God says, these 5 minutes are sacred. They are a portal, a threshold, a divine intersection where your life can shift completely. Open this message fully, and step into the protection and blessing that have been prepared for you. God's hand is extended. Heaven is watching. Angels are ready to move. Archangel Michael is screaming. 5 minutes remain. God says, God's voice is calling you right now, and you cannot ignore this. This is not an ordinary moment. This is a moment of divine reckoning, and Archangel Michael is screaming in heaven, his voice echoing through the realms, saying, you are about to lose God's hand. 5 minutes. 5 minutes are all that stand between you and what heaven has ordained for you. Open this now before your name is erased from the book of life, before the doors of destiny close on you, forever changing your path. The urgency is overwhelming, but do not fear. God is with you. Nothing will go wrong. You are protected, shielded by the very angels themselves. You must trust in God and pray to Him. Now is the time to act. Now is the time to awaken to what has been prepared for you. For far too long, you have